The No Fate channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and after years, Rep Fitness has finally listened to me, and they are now offering home gym packages. And this is something I thought they should have done years ago. I mentioned it in a number of videos. I think I even reached out to Rep and suggested it. And of course, they took my advice just a few years later. So now you can click on which gym you might be buying, and you can literally just go straight down the list of stuff that you might want, right? AB 3000, Nighthawk, Pepin versus the Quick Draw, some accessories. This is obviously the base package, but it goes up from there. I think this is good because, obviously as home gym owners, many of us, we've got our home gym. It's already stacked and we don't need to fulfill, a completely new brand new gym from scratch. But the truth be told, there's a lot of people out there that are still going to local gyms or just don't feel comfortable training at a local gym, and they want to kind of come into the dark side of home gym life, and they want to set up a home gym, but they don't want to have to go doing the research. They don't want to have to go watching YouTube videos. They literally want to just have one click, buy everything that they possibly need specific for their space, and just go from there. And here you can see this is probably one that most people will really gravitate towards, the essentials package. You get yourself a power rack, you get yourself a bench. I'm gonna go Nighthawk over the Blackwing. I'm gonna go Pepin, and I'm not that strong, so I'm gonna go for the 105-pound pair. And then I'm gonna go for the stand over the cart, although I think the cart is something that people poo-poo because it's just bigger, but man, it's got a lot of good storage there. As far as barbells, I'm going double black diamond, and I gotta go red and black for the lumberjack hat to match. And then accessories, spring clips, nope.
Come on, give me a break, man.
Come on, Rep Fitness, throw those in there. Let's do some weight plates. I'm a sucker for bumpers. I'm pretty strong, so let's do 260 pounds. That's my deadlift max right there. If you're interested in anything that you see on today's video, or you just want to pick up some toilet paper for the house, check out the links in the description. These videos do take longer to create than their mediocre quality would have you believe. And you can see how this could be beneficial for a lot of people who are just buying their home gym. They want to, whether they have a budget home gym and they just really want to upgrade to something fancy like this compact home gym, which is like massive wall-mounted Aries, 93 inches. Let's go clear coat, add some money to that. Of course, we want the heavier weight stack. I'm going Nighthawk over the Blackwing. Rep Fitness, when is the leg extension attachment dropping? I was told at Home Gym Con that it was going to be selling in September. We're late into October now.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I'm going to go white. We're going to copy Basement Brandon. And of course, we're going to go Pepin. I do like the quick draws, especially if you don't need heavier weight. As far as my concern, if you don't need anything over 60 pounds, the quick draws are really, really nice, very durable, quick to change out. But for most people who are watching my video, you might be a bit stronger than that. Ooh, stainless steel, double black diamond.
Shut up and take my money.
Urethane equalizer plates. These are nice, easy to load. Listen, I'm feeling froggy here. We're gonna go 355-pound set. Wow, we're up to $7,500. YouTube just informed me that 93% of you are not strong enough to hit that subscribe button, and I just don't believe it. Go ahead, give it a shot. Now, they have done some different discounts in the past to help people who spend more money. They had a whole rewards program that I loved, and I think too many people loved it, and you worked the system a bit too much, and it hurt Rep Fitness's bottom line. They've since changed it, so spend $5,000, you save 5%. Spend $10,000, you save 10%. You can also get a discount if you actually go to their Pennsylvania or Colorado showroom and just pick it up yourself. I think you can save a bunch of money there. And on a smaller level, they've actually done packages for those who are buying a whole bunch of their clever Rep Fitness collaborations. I couldn't find the link on their website, but they used to have, and I think they still do if I just couldn't find it, where if you bought a whole bunch of these attachments, you did save some money. My only complaint, and if Rep Fitness is watching this, and I know they are, I would absolutely recommend that you show the discount. So a lot of people as they click through, are going to be excited to see how much they're saving, whether you give them a number value or you give them a percentage value, versus if they were to buy all of these individually. And that would help them, I think, understand the true savings of these package deals. And frankly, for Rep Fitness's point of view, it'll probably help them spend more money. I need you to comment down below if you were starting over, and I know you're not, but just if you were, a hypothetical, which of these Rep Fitness packages would you gravitate towards? Now, Rep Fitness isn't reinventing the wheel over here. We know a ton of places where if you spend more, you will get more in terms of discounts. Look at Costco's, look at BJ's Wholesale Club, and the like. But Rogue Fitness has been doing this for a while, in part because they started trying to sell to strictly CrossFit gyms and CrossFit people who wanted to build out their home gyms. So this was a way for people to come in, buy a package, get some savings, get it delivered, and either fill out their CrossFit garage gym, or just if you were a small CrossFit gym period, this would be a good way for you to kind of load up on some of the basic stuff that you need. There's a couple other areas where you can save money. I think in their cardio section, you can save if you buy like two or three cardio pieces at once. And also they've got this little thing, 3 ships free. So this is all the little knickknacks that if you buy 3 of them, they're not going to gouge you for shipping at the very end, which is nice. It's one of those things that people hate to have to pay shipping, even though it's not free, someone's got to pay it. But as a consumer, it just stinks at the end to find out you've got to pay a lot more. And there are a number of other home gym companies essentially doing similar things, where if you buy more, you're going to get a bigger discount. Case in point, here's the Bells of Steel Oblivion Tower, brand new. And if you buy, a dip handle and a tricep rope extension and a Hydra, you're going to get 10% off of each one of these attachments. And again, it's nice seeing the discount because it kind of sways you one way or another if you should bother picking it up at the time of this big purchase.
Houston, we have a problem.
I have been bamboozled, hoodwinked. I actually was doing some research for a change on today's video, doing some fact checking to see what was the discount between going with the bundle package when you're buying a whole bunch of stuff and just putting everything in your cart individually. And I calculated, and there was no discount. I mean, literally zero discount. And then once it got into the cart, you did get the 5 or 7 or 10% off, depending on how much you spent. And I went ahead and did this for multiple instances, just in case I was doing it wrong. I even did it for the very smallest bundle, which had the fewest items, to make sure that, hey, it wasn't a me issue in terms of screwing up. I called up Colorado Rep Fitness HQ and said, hey, is there a discount? And their answer was, we don't know, and I am really, really disappointed. I went into this video thinking that, of course, they put these bundles together to give people further savings, and you do get the 5% off if you spend a certain amount, but that was already on the table. To say I'm just a little bit upset with this is an understatement, in large part because I am a very frugal individual, and a lot of the videos that we make on this channel are with the purpose of trying to help you save money, or at least making sure you're getting what you pay for. And in this situation, you're really not incentivized whatsoever. You're actually better off buying these like individually when they go on sale, and some of these items that aren't in the bundle allowing you a bit more flexibility than actually sticking to an entire bundle. I don't know what their thinking is. I don't know if it's so new that they haven't put the discounts in. If I get any new information before the time this video goes up, I'll put it down here. I do expect Rep Fitness to call me back. Their customer service is phenomenal. If you made it this far in the video, I just have to say I'm sorry. I probably wouldn't have made this video, or at least it would have been completely different had I known there wasn't going to be any discount for actually buying in bulk. I mean, think about going in and making a massive purchase that's like super expensive. It's a once-in-a-lifetime purchase. You're putting all your chips in, all your money, you're dedicating it to one company. You're not trying to pick and choose and rock the free shipping savings between different companies in order to get yourself the best deal and the best products. You're just going all in with Rep, and then boom, you find out you didn't save any money. Now, obviously, I like Rep Fitness. I've got so many of their products in-house. I've reviewed a whole bunch more. And quite frankly, I think they're putting out good equipment at very fair prices considering the quality and the value as well as the customer service. I mean, as a frugal dad, as a frugal individual, someone that loves to find value in equipment, and that doesn't mean necessarily paying the lowest prices, but simply just getting a really good deal for a really great product. This kind of just hurts my feelings. And I feel like it's a way for Rep Fitness to benefit, but they're not really giving anything back to the consumer aside from it being a convenience for people who don't know what they're doing. And I understand there are people coming into the home gym space that have zero clue. They're just clicking off of some Facebook or Instagram ad that's been pushed to them 1,000 times. And they see this and they're like, oh, let me build out my home gym. You know, new year, new me. And they build it out, they buy it, and they're none the wiser. But for us, people who are relatively informed about the products and the prices, or at least the general scope of them, it doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do. I just wouldn't want to go to a grocery store, buy one Coke, and pay the same exact price times 24 if I bought a 24-pack. I would expect if I bought a 24-pack of Coke, I would be getting a discount versus buying this single individual item. Now, you could make an argument they already have those discounts built in if you spend over a certain amount, and I get that, fair enough. However, still, there's no incentive to go with the bundle if you know what you're doing. If you've ever looked at home gym equipment, if you've ever watched YouTube videos, if you've ever put a spreadsheet together of what your home gym should look like or what you want it to be, you're really not incentivized whatsoever to go with those bundles. You are much better off buying your own selective pieces and putting them in your cart. You're going to get more variety, more options, you can choose more stuff, and you're still going to pay exactly the same. Shame on me. Before I made this video, I really probably should have done the math. I should have gone online and crunched the numbers a couple different times like I did after the fact, but I should have done it beforehand because I would have made a completely different video, or quite honest, I probably wouldn't have made this video whatsoever. I wouldn't even have mentioned the Rep Fitness bundles and we would have just moved on with our lives. If you made it this far in the video and still have a thirst for home gym equipment reviews, then check out these two videos. And as usual, don't save anything for the trip back.